As if our politicians weren't already puppets, now we've got Vote for Steve, the AI politician for UK Parliament. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zach, the Wretched Watchman, and I'm bringing you a little bit of news when it comes to, I don't know, reality is stranger than fiction, I guess. I mean, this world just does not take itself seriously, that's for sure. And when it comes to politics, as it already is, pretty much every politician that we have out there, every government authority figure, the leadership positions are already puppets. They're already controlled and manipulated and blackmailed, and they just do what they're told. They don't really have any say in the matter. They're just a figurehead for people to cheer on or get angry at. But coming from the UK, we've got ourselves quite the ridiculous thing going on, where rather than voting for a human puppet, now you can vote for an AI puppet. I kid you not. Let's just go ahead and jump into this and take a look and see what's going on. So, coming from Euro News, it says Steve for Prime Minister. It says meet the AI candidate standing for election as a MP in the UK. AI Steve says only policies with more than 50% will be adopted into his platform for the UK general election. So, I mean, right off the bat, okay, this. Sometimes you just see some news and you can't tell if you're actually dreaming or not, because this is just absurd. But we've already got an AI guy here. So you've got the effective AI, which eventually will become demonic intelligence, DI, at some point, who's already manipulated by what we got going on with algorithms, but also individuals as well, because apparently it's not easy enough or not hard enough to control, however you want to put it, humans, control human politicians. Just we got Weekend at Bernie's going on already. But now it's just making it 10 times easier when you have AI that's in control. Just imagine how easy that's going to be to manipulate it. But on top of it, it's talking about how its policies, again, I'm sorry, it's just so absurd. But its policies are going to be built upon mob rule at this point. Maybe, again, when it comes to politics and things like that, things only go through according to what the people at the table, the shadow government, want to happen. And so we've got all sorts of, this is something we definitely don't want to be involved with, but we got it all over the place. And it says there's a new artificial face in the UK's general election, AI Steve. Steve Endicott, the man behind the artificial intelligence, is an entrepreneur from the south of England who wants his avatar to be present in the House of Commons as the MP for the Brighton Pavilion constituency. Yeah, there we go. I can speak English, I promise. I am setting up my own party after growing disillusioned with how much the others are out of contact with the UK population. Wow. Endicott said on a LinkedIn post, I will try to use technology to connect directly with the views of my constituents. Wow. It says on AI Steve's dedicated campaign website, it asks users whether they want to join a team of creators that will help him create new policies. Potential voters do this by clicking on a Speak to AI Steve option, then filling out personal information. Of course, they want to know exactly who you are and all your information before interacting with the bot. Supporters can also become validators, where Steve asks them to spend just minutes a week to act as a control mechanism to stop daft policies by giving each policy suggestion a rating from 1 to 10. I mean, you might as well, at this point, let's just go ahead and set the Luciferian cabal to the side. Let's just set them aside for this, and let's just go off of if this was actually legitimate. At this point, basically what they're saying is, we're going to put up a poll on Facebook, and whatever gets the highest vote is going to be our new policy. Could you imagine what that would be like? So just some random people, just go ahead and sign up, and you can vote for what policy that you want. And I mean, we might as well just stick a poll up on Twitter and start drafting policies that way, because I mean, look at what's going out on the world. Look at what's happening to the mental state of the entire world. Could you imagine if they actually had any say in anything? You think it's ridiculous now. Oh boy, just imagine if this was legitimate. But It goes on to say, it says, you don't have to know anything about AI. All you have to do is press a button and talk to a character. Just press a button. We expect to appeal to a wider audience who don't want to talk to AI via the quality of our policies. Now it says policies with 50% support adopted. AI Steve said, or Steve AI, whatever, says only policies with more than 50% support will be adopted into his platform. The website reads, AI Steve was created to ensure that the people of Brighton and Hove had 24/7 access to leave opinions and create policy. This sure sounds a lot like digital government. It's, oh, if you need access to any department of the government 24/7, we've got AI and digital access available. That's basically what we got going on again. This is just a more ridiculous version of it. It says if Endicott is elected, he will physically attend Parliament, where he will vote on policies based on the direct feedback from his AI platform receives. Endicott describes himself as a man with a working class background who understands the value of money and greatly appreciates that the success of his business exploits has left him relatively wealthy. He's also deeply concerned about the environment because climate change. We've got to have climate change in there. This is just, none of it makes sense. I mean, to be completely honest, to be entirely honest, none of it makes sense. We understand that the entire world is going in the direction of technology, digitalization, going towards AI and stuff. And people have often asked the question, are we going to start seeing, politicians and governments and stuff that are going to be run by AI? Well, here's a pretty good answer. It seems to be that we're going in that direction. Now, some people ask, is the Antichrist going to be AI? No, that's not going to be the effect, because we understand through clues and stuff given in scripture that it's actually going to be a human coming from the Assyrian background. So the Antichrist isn't going to be AI, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the beast system isn't going to include some AI leadership roles. That could be a thing. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying it definitely could be something. So let's finish off this article. It says Neural Voice, an AI company where Endicott is the chair, is powering Steve AI. Endicott ran for Conservatives in 2022 out of Rochdale and received 487 votes. Prospective candidates must be 18 years old. So, question: what is 18 in AI years? I mean, we understand a dog year is 7, or 1 human year is 7 dog years. I wonder how that applies to AI. I'm just curious. Prospective candidates must be 18 years old and be a British or Irish citizen. Run in UK parliamentary. There we go. Elementary, my dear. 2 + 2. Sorry. General election. According to wow, I can speak. I promise, guys. I'm having a hard time here. According to the Electoral Commission's website, the UK has a history of running satire characters during their election cycles. Lord Buckethead ran in 4 British election. Lord Buckethead with his bucket. Elections since 1987 as an intergalactic villain. Another space villain, Count Binface, ran in 2024 mayoral elections. Guys, you know what the sad part is? Lord Buckethead and Count Binface are probably better candidates for any government out there now, with the amount of morons and just puppets that we have running these things. But yeah, I'll take Buckethead and Binface. How about that? You guys want to vote for them? Hey, for those who keep asking, well, I feel like I have to vote. Who do I vote for? I don't know. Write in Buckethead. See what happens. Maybe we can elect Lord Buckethead here in the United States, the election. But yeah, so if we take a look, this is the official website, and yeah, vote AI Steve. You can talk to the bots 24/7, policies for the people, by the people, mob rule, all that stuff. As we know, nothing will go against what the cabal ultimately wants to do. But this is definitely a step in the ridiculous. This is definitely a step in just showing how just absurd elections are. I mean, you have to understand that if elections truly did matter, they wouldn't allow us to vote. And this is ultimately what's going on. Is it's just a giant joke. It's just theater. That's all it is right now. And so much so now we have AI people coming in that we can vote for. AI people, AI stuff, machines that we can vote for, which again, if the cabal wants the AI in there as leadership, they'll get them in there. This is just absurd, though. I just had to share this with you guys. Hopefully, this is a little bit of a lighthearted take on some of the stuff going on with all the seriousness surrounding everything right now. But yeah, I just had to share this with you. Again, you guys know who I'm voting for: Lord Buckethead and Count Binface. Let's get them in office. I think they can do a pretty crack job, if I don't say so myself. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you right here. Again, have a good weekend and just get some laughs in. Ultimately, just get some laughs in. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Maranatha.